I'm going to be sharing with you in this video how to take action, but do it in a way where it's not something that has to be difficult, because most people see action, especially if you're very connected to your feminine, which is a great thing, but most people see action as this difficult thing, this hard thing to do in the world. Now, by the way, I'm really connected to my feminine. Okay, so it's not about man or woman, it's about how do you see action? Does action have a negative connotation to it in your life? Is action something that's hard for you? Do you think action is this hard process of, oh, we gotta take action now. Now life becomes hard. What if you could reprogram action in your own mind to see that actually action is very simple and easy? And in fact, the more simple and easy you can make action, the more effective the action will be as well. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to integrate the feminine back into the masculine, take action, do the things that you feel you want to do in your life, but make it so that it can be simple, easy, and more effective as well as a bonus. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell, because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation to see if you're a good fit for the coaching program to work with me one-on-one personally. So the first thing that you want to do or understand to make action easy, which by the way, all of this is a manifestation hack. That's the part I forgot to mention at the beginning. This is the ultimate manifestation hack. And I want you to understand that the first step to understanding this process of taking action but making it easy is it's not about the action that you take, it's about the energy behind, so to speak, the action. It's not about the action, it's about the energy. Because you can take the same action from two different spaces of emotion. You can take action from a lower vibrational state of being, and you can also take action from a higher consciousness state of being, from a higher vibration. And so I could be recording this video from a very low state of consciousness, meaning when I say state of consciousness in this particular moment, what I mean is a lower frequency, a lower vibration. What's going to start to happen is I could be taking action from that low space. I could be in resistance. The action could be hard. In fact, it would be less effective action because the action that I would be taking wouldn't be feeling good, and that would come off. It would come off in the way that you take, when you're taking action, it's going to come off that you're in resistance. And so you can take action from a lower space, or you can take action from a higher energy. You can take the same action in your life that right now might seem very low vibration to you, might seem negative, it might seem like you are having a lot of resistance while you're in the process of taking that action. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's not about the action, it's about the energy. Now, inherently, are there some things that you can do in life that are just going to lower your frequency? Yeah. I'm not saying that's not the case. But what I am saying though is that the things you know in your life that are going to bring you closer to the life that you really want to live, that you're not doing right now because you think that it has to be a difficult process, is actually your perception on the action. Actually being in the act of action does not usually have a lot of resistance when it comes to the things that are in alignment with your soul's purpose and what you're truly meant to be doing. Or at least what some people call their soul's purpose, which I believe it is. it is the case that we all have a purpose that we're meant to follow. The more that you can realize that those actions can be easy, the more that you're going to be able to create the life that you truly want. Because let me ask you this. Is it possible that thinking about taking action is difficult? Thinking about moving forward with your life, doing the thing you need to do, yeah, that is extremely difficult. That creates a lot of resistance. But actually, when you're totally present in the midst of the act, doing while you are present, while you are being, while you are focused, actually what you'll find is that there's no resistance at all, unless you're thinking, unless you're trapped in the thoughts. So isn't it interesting how thinking about taking action creates resistance, but being in the process of taking action is easy? It's not hard for you to brush your teeth in the morning. It's just, yeah, easy. What if you could make the things that you perceive as hard as easy as brushing your teeth? Now, I'm not saying to let it be unconscious, because you can unconsciously be brushing your teeth and that can create resistance in of itself. Maybe brushing your teeth is hard for you. I don't know. But there's some things in your life that you're doing right now that are just easy, not difficult, no resistance. If you could make your actions that you need to be taking in order to manifest your dream life the exact same way, what you'll find is that action can become simple. So it's not about the action, it's about the frequency and the energy that you're in. Start to notice, how do you energetically feel when you're taking actions? What would allow you to take the actions that you feel you need to be taking, that the actions that you know are necessary? Like, you don't need to take any action, you don't need to, but sometimes we can feel that this action is something that is going to bring me closer to what I want to create in my life. How can you invite a higher energy frequency to the actions that you feel you quote unquote need to be taking? I don't want to say need, because you don't need to be doing anything, but when I say need, I mean the action that you feel is going to bring you closer to the dream life that you want to live the life that you know is the life you really want to be living. How can you invite a higher vibrational energy to this action? So if you need to take more phone calls, if you're in sales, if you're taking phone calls all day, maybe you work at a job where you're taking calls, how can you invite a higher energy to those calls? How can you invite more presence into those calls? When I'm in a phone call, I make sure to keep my energy as high as possible. And in fact, the call goes more effective. I feel better in the process. And the call just becomes way better on both ends. It's a win-win. And the second thing you want to understand when it comes to how to take actions but make it easy, which is the ultimate manifestation hack, is you want to be in what you call inspired/aligned action. And this is where the energy comes in. Because like I'm saying, when you're taking action, is it coming from a space of, I need to do this? This is something I have to do. You know, I have to do this homework because I need to be in school right now. Who says you need to be there? Who says you need to be in school? Do you need to be doing this action? That's why I was hesitating when I said need before, because need is usually implied with an unconscious assumption and premise that you need to be taking this action. But really, there's some actions in your life that you are taking because somebody else in your life wanted that for you. And so the things that you want to be taking action on are the things that are going to be inspired action. So maybe there's some things in your life that, yeah, if you bring a higher consciousness energy into those actions, it will be easier. But the question is, what if that action was never in alignment with your soul to begin with? And that's exactly why it's hard for you. I've probably had thousands of hours, at least 1,000 hours of one-on-one coaching conversations with people at this point. And what I found is that in the process of talking to many people, a lot of people think that there's something wrong with them when they're doing something in their life. Like, for example, going to school. Like, oh, when I go to school, I feel anxiety. What's wrong with me, Francis? A lot of the times, what if there's nothing wrong with you? What if you're completely out of alignment with your soul's mission, with the thing that you know is meant for you, the thing that you know is in alignment with your highest path? What if you were to completely align with what your soul and heart wants? Would the actions that are in alignment with that life be difficult? Is it possible that the only reason the actions you're taking in your life right now are difficult and create resistance is because you're not in alignment with what some people call your highest purpose, what's in alignment for you that is going to bring you fulfillment? Because there's a path that brings you fulfillment, and the question is, are you living into that? Are you living into your highest path? Are you living into the path that is going to create internal energetic abundance for you, which usually leads to financial abundance as well? There is a path for you that is completely in alignment with the best life that exists for you on this planet right now. And what I want you to understand is that when you can start to become more clear on what is in alignment with your heart, the actions that you need to be taking won't be so much of a need. It'll be a very clear want. Because survival is about needs. Survival is about I have to. Thriving is about what does your heart want. What the planet is headed towards right now is a higher state of consciousness where it's not about needs and we have tos. Have tos won't be a thing millions of years from now when humans are way more evolved. That's my prediction. Have tos is the premise. There's a premise there that we need to survive. But that survival is just based on fear. What if that fear was an illusion? What if that fear is a construct of the mind? And what if you were to align with fearlessness and to align with the path that is in alignment with your heart, the action that you would be taking would be completely effortless. You would put effort in, but the effort would have an effortlessness to it. It's an effortless effort. This is what you want to align with when it comes to living the life that you want. And this is the first step to making action easy in your life, or the second step. The third final step that personally I found works for me very powerfully is to be so focused on the task at hand. This one's going to work whether you're in alignment with your heart's mission, your divine mission, your soul's purpose, whatever you want to call it. The reason I always say some people call it your soul's purpose is because, again, humans create labels and they think that this is the way that it is, but in fact, labels are limitations to the truth of who we are. Labels are limitations blocking us from the truth of who we truly are. And so what some people call your soul's mission for this particular point is not going to be a factor to consider, because whatever you're doing, whether it's your soul's mission, or what some people call your soul's mission, or the worst thing in your life that you hate doing, what I found is that when you can bring all your attention to what you're doing and be completely focused on the task, bring a higher frequency into the task, be so focused on what you're doing that the flow state comes out, eventually, that's when actions can be easy. So the third step is to be so focused that actually the flow state begins to arise out of this concentration that you have on the task that you're doing. Because the more that you can bring all your attention, all your focus into the task that you're doing, the more that you'll start to notice that the task becomes easier. Because again, thinking is what creates difficulty in a certain task. Doing is not hard. Talking is not hard. Recording a video is not hard. But thinking about getting up here in front of the camera, oh man, that creates resistance for sure. But when I'm in the process of recording a video, it's almost effortless. Thinking about being in the process of recording a video is not being in the process of recording a video. It's just thoughts. Thinking about doing the things you need to do are going to create a lot of resistance. But when you're here now and you bring all your attention to whatever it is that you're doing, what you'll find is that there's a lightness to the action that you're taking. There's a lightness to the action that you're taking. The action becomes more aligned with your heart, even if it's something that you know you're not going to be doing for the rest of your life. So what I want you to understand is that when you can bring all your attention to what you're doing, whatever that may be, start to allow the flow to take over. Give all your attention to what you do. How much in the day are you not here now? How much of the day are you in your thoughts? Are you stuck in a narrative that never existed in the first place? It only existed in your mind. And you can be so lost in the narratives of your mind that you confuse the narrative for reality. What's in front of you right now? What is in front of you right now in this present moment? If you can give all your attention to that, what you'll start to notice is that the action that you take is going to become much more simple. It's going to become a lot more easy. And as a bonus, it's going to be, I would argue, hundreds of times more effective, because non-resistant action is the most effective action that exists. This is what Eckhart Tolle always talks about, the power of now. There's a power to the present moment, and when you can bring your attention to this present moment, there's a power that comes from that, and there's an effectiveness that will arise from this energy that you're giving to the present moment. When you give all your energy to it, it becomes more simple, it becomes a lot more easy, a lot easier, and it becomes a lot more effective as well. So that's all I have for this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. As always, have yourself a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.